Yeah, 1.5 points on that event coming here for the national event, and single points here. It's key to be hot anytime during the season, because if you aren't hot on the first one, you're not going to be hot near the end. So it just got to keep up with it. We've been lucky enough to be holding on, I think, to the first place now 6 out of 7 events, I believe. But now the last couple by 1 point since Indy. We're hoping to improve here just a little bit, stay where we were. The barometer's better. The complete weather scenario is better for this whole week, other than a little bit of heat. But going down 5 tomorrow, so it should be good.
I am in 5th, I think. Maybe a round out of 1st. But it's going to take a good job by my guys to give me a fast car, and I've got to get off the starting line. And, you know, whoever wins this thing is going to have the break at the right time, you know, and just keep, you know, staying as close as I can, doing all we can, and hopefully get that one break you need in there. And we got 2 races left for me. So we got 1, 2, 3 actually. And, no, it's going to come down to it. I bet the championship's going to be decided. I wouldn't be surprised if it's less than 10, if it's less than 10 points, honestly.
Ooh, hold on to it, Connor. Ooh, man. Got way out of the groove.
Change your strategy now you're sitting on maybe just a little bit more
horsepower? Yeah, for sure. I mean, you gotta, it's tough because you gotta win the round, but you gotta save some for the next round. And when you get to this, you know, maybe if you're just at a race without Roger's points, then maybe you shut off and let the guy go and don't hit the index. But I think at the end of this, you're just gonna have to go and win if you can, or if you want a chance. Because I think there's, you know, 10 other people that are gonna go if they need to. So yeah, it changes it, but you still got to win the round. So.
A lot of Hamilton automatics in the country. Treadwell is already off the gas. There goes Don Thomas. 6.801 for Thomas. Call to fire has been made for Scott Linder in the Grand Am.
That was a really good deal for Comp. I mean, there are a lot of eyes on Comp. Obviously, they had a great field of cars. It was just a really good deal, yeah. And it's a long, drawn-out week, but we really enjoyed it. We'll see how we do. Obviously, we want to do really well this whole week, both races, and then obviously we won't miss going to Vegas. We'll make sure we are there for the 1.5 points there. So
these 2 competitors, both in the top 4 in that first session. 6.95 for Wegner is the index for A. Carlo Drags for Cleveland F this week, and 8.82 the number for the B-Truck Automatico Brick Brown Comp Eliminator. How low can you freight train that index down there in qualifying? Brown off and away. Truck made a little sachet before he drove it back into the center of the racetrack. Neff 6.59. 6,300.
Well, I mean, I've been to a race where there's 2 comp cars, and that's a little not a lot of fun to run with low car counts. The whole class was a derivative around 32 cars, so that was the big thing, was, you know, where you qualified from. And when we ran early on, there was always 32. We've won from the 32nd spot in Las Vegas before, so it kind of gives a lot of hope, a lot of challenge. But when you go to 8 cars, 10 cars, anything below 17, it's a luck of the draw. You just got to try to be where you got to be, and hopefully you get good. So Roger coming in and infiltrating money, we all did. All of our businesses did that helped with this whole fund. Mine did, and I know several other people that race alongside of me, their businesses did too. So we all grouped together, knowing that we wanted to put together a playground where you could actually make a little bit of money. And it's interesting, the chase of the money. We kind of spend more money than we put in, but some people would call us a little bit silly, but that's what we do. So it's just fun to go out there and maybe, you know, get there. We haven't been doing very successful this year. We've kind of fallen on our face every single time we get an opportunity. So we got to fix that, and the larger car counts help that.
It's going to take pretty much everything we got, especially on a day like today. Beautiful morning in Dallas. Never raced on a Tuesday before, but we're going to try that out this morning. 1 point back of Rick Brown. You got Donnie, you got Chase, you got Roger behind us, you got Scott Linder with a couple races to claim. So there's still about 380, 390 points up for grabs. So long way from over, but I like where we sit, and I really like our chances. So made a great run yesterday. Trying to play the weather here this morning. This race obviously counts, and we can improve on it, but the jumps at Dallas and Vegas, because of the points and a half from round to round, are a lot bigger. So not that we don't have our sights set on today. We always want to turn on win lights, but trying to get through as unscathed as possible to be able to bring a bazooka to a gunfight for the rest of the races.
Okay, here we're at Eliminations, round number 1. Rooftec Comp Eliminator. Start us off will be Clint Neff and Christopher Dodd. 315 cubic inches of Chevrolet power at right side. 1 cube short of 500 of Ford power for Clint Neff over on the left side. Dodd is going to get a full tree head start. Dodd's last to go in. Away and off the gas early. Neff is going to roll out of the throttle right there. 1,000 feet, 863. Clint Neff was not able to maintain motivation through 1,320 feet. So Christopher Dodd will move into round number 2. Both drivers pretty deliberate in their staging procedures. Mahi is in. Taylor dug himself a hole on the starting line. Can he climb out of it? Negative. Keith Mahi. 96 green, 55 under, going 805. To move it around number 2, Taylor was 183 on the green light. There for Treadwell. be off the starting line first. 838 is the index. Adam Hickey, the BDA, B-Dragster Automatic, 390 cubic inches of Chevrolet power, Spitzer pipe for Hickey, who in 2022 was your national event winner. Little bobble there for Treadwell, and Hickey's already up alongside. This one is OVER, off the gas early for Hickey, 733. So you like your B-altered 2007 Mustang left side. Or do you like your A-altered fire-breathing Grand Am over on the right side? 761 the index for Jason, 716 the A-altered number for Scott Linder. So a full bulb and just a skosh of a second will be the head start for Jason. For right now, all eyes on the Ford v Pontiac side-by-side affair. Jason Grimm and Scott Linder. Shoots out for Linder and the win. 58 under, as Linder's going to take a little nibble into round number 2. 6:57 at 184 miles an hour. He's able to get the finish line first, but will take a little bite into round number 2. It's Caleb Mazeris and Roger Brogdon.
You know, it did take me a couple weeks to realize that we had won Indy, you know, the biggest race of the year. Very thankful, very fortunate. So to come out and win the biggest race of the year, I mean, that just means a lot for us. And on top of that, you know, Callie winning the Cash Clash, we really swept the weekend in Indy. So, but we're still running really decently with the altered. I mean, we were 57 under last night, so still got some room to play. You know, we're 6th in points right now, which, if you figure last year, we're in a much better position than we were at this time last year. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, trying to turn on win lights, be decent at both ends of the track, and hopefully it all works out. And, you know, if not, again, we won Indy, so the year's already been a success in my opinion.
Off and away. Brogdon stole a couple of hun on the reaction time, trying to pull up alongside, and is going to get the win. 7:28, 52.9 under for Brogdon. Kayla was 57 green, 7:63, and 40 under is Roger Brogdon. 1.5 bulb will be the head start for Cali over in Lupe Tortilla side of the racetrack. The Advanced Automotive dragster out of Arizona, Division 7 runner, alongside the Division 5 player out of Colorado. We're off and away under green. Mozeris a little bit better down here in the starting line, and is going to put the electricity over on the Toyota side of the racetrack. Mazeris is going to take a big number into round number 2. 7:48 is the index for Dean. Hudson is 9:18, so a full tree and a little bit more will be the head start for Hudson over on the right side, the Toyota side of the racetrack. Red light start for Carter by 0.03 of a second. That's just dirty. Hudson is 27 green and off the gas. We go 9:13. 240 cubes of Chevrolet horsepower there for Triplet. Jeff Taylor is decent at drag racing. Combined, over 100 national and divisional event wins. Racer out of Indiana. Top 3 finish in D4 in 2023. 2 full bulb will be the head start for Triplet left side. There goes Triplet. Here comes Jeff Taylor. Triplet. Couple hun better at the start, but Jeff Taylor is going to chase down David Triplet. 6:82 after being 66 on the green light start. 57 under there for Jeff Taylor. And J-Rod Grenier. Jared in the C Supermod out of Louisiana. 133 cubic inches of Chevrolet power slapped in that 2008 Cobalt. And Chase Williams, your defending Jegs All-Star champion. Former U.S. national champion. Big wheel stand there for Jared, but he's already off the gas. Chase Williams is going to get an easy peasy one here in round number 1, a 22 green and off the gas early, 7:37. Mason McGahey left side. The A altered 2020 Camaro there for Mason. Carlos Salmons of Odessa, Southwest Performance and Machine. Lump and Dad Chris down here having a little bit of fun in Comp Eliminator here at the Divisional. Greg Bourgeois, the former world champion, will get the opportunity to lead the starting line first by 1/5 of one yellow amber bolt. Crews have stepped away. Craig and Mason here in round number 1. Craig 670 as Mason McGahey goes 657. 59 under for Mason. Craig's 57 under. Snugged it up tight down there at the finish line, but Craig takes a little bite of the apple for round number 2. Brian Wegner and Greg Shank. Shank was in the number 21 spot. 2+ seconds will be the head start for Greg in that Bantam before Brian will let the slingshot loose, trying to run down Greg there at the beginning of the racetrack. Red light start for Greg. And that is definitely going to help Wegner out for round number 2 as he will keep that index intact. Thomas, the Biacano dragster, but just shy of 65 under to be that number 1 qualifier. The engine builder out of Amarillo. At the end of today, the one who holds up the wally might just be the one who can get through the first couple of rounds unscathed. Wow. Thomas just annihilated the tire. So Rick Brown was supposed to take on Connor Statler. E-Truck Automatic is going to do what is his right. He's going to roll up. He's going to stage the vehicle under its own power. And that's it. And Rick Brown, like that, saves the index. And we'll be back up in round number 2 as a round 1 victor, which will be the final participant in round number 1 in Rooftec Comp Eliminator with
always a good way to get by a round. Whenever they go red, then you can kind of really set up for the next round without having to punish yourself a lot. Because we've been running in really bad air for a really long time now, for the last 2 years, so we've worked on many things to try to get the car to run in bad air. So I think that part's finally coming around, and that's the changes that we've been making.
Well, we had been struggling with the motor being underpowered, and we made some changes and got the power back. Well, then the converter was way too loose, so we were just driving through the converter, weren't just revving the motor up and not getting any movement in the car. So we tightened up the converter, made a stator change, and did some other little things to the car. And yeah, it woke it up. We picked up a 10th, and we're still on the brakes. So I'm very happy with the performance on that one. I need to save some for the points and a half race for sure. So yeah, if I don't really kill the tree against Ashton, unfortunately I'm down 9, so it's going to be a tough one for me to get around him. If he's on a good run and gets a good light, yeah, he's going to be hard to catch. But that's why we race him. We'll see what happens.
Here we go, Rooftec Competition Eliminator. Round number 2. Lender on the right-hand side from Hendrick, Indiana. The 2004 Grand Am, the altered automatic. 708 will be the index. Was your number 2 qualifier. On its way down, 055 on the Christmas tree. Clicks it off about the 8th mile mark. And you will move into round number 3. Brian Wegner, left-hand side from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. In the A Nostalgia Dragster on the left-hand side. 752 going to be his index. We'll take on Christopher Dodd on the right. Dodd from Double Oak, Texas. 2005 Cobalt in the C Econo Altered car. Brian with Tasco PPG, one of the newer sponsors and one of the newer drivers in the Competition Eliminator Series. Away goes Dodd. Here comes Brian. A 31 thou red light. Christopher Dodd 023, both of them will click it off early. Christopher Dodd to round 3. Rick Brown left-hand side from Weatherford, Texas. Keith Mahi in the right. Mahi in the F altered car, the 2005 Cavalier from Carrollton, Texas. For Brown, told she's one of the sweetest people from Ohio. Scoreboard says Rick Brown, 084 on the tree, 56 on the index. Sarah's from Phoenix, Arizona, the B Econo Alt Dragster. 736 will be his index. Ashton, the H Altered Automatic on the left side. Away goes Hudson. Here comes Joseph Mazaris. Big starting line advantage for Hudson. He'll turn into a win line 002 and 41 under the index. Mazaris 147 on the tree. Brogdon from Tomball, Texas. Jeff Taylor in the right. Taylor out of Salisbury, Indiana. Brogdon last night picked up the competition eliminator win from the Tulsa Divisional. And he's got 700s in his pocket leaving the starting line. Win light, says Roger Brogdon, 004 and 57 under the index, 721 at 167. Chase Williams and Donald Thomas now. A couple of B Econo dragsters. For Williams, it's a 365 cubic inch Chevy small block. Williams, a two-time Division 4 champion, won the JEGS All-Stars last year in 2023. We are 8 thousandths between them on the starting line. The win light belongs Donald Thomas, 034 and 60 under the index. May take a hit, as this pair was supposed to be Craig Bourgeois and Adam Hickey, but unfortunately for Bourgeois, problems for him. So Adam Hickey will get the competition single here. Hickey on the right-hand side. 46 on the tree, and we'll click it off about 800 feet out.
Oh, it was a great race, and I knew it was going to be that. I was pretty nervous because I know he's just a really, really good driver. He matched my run from qualifying this morning, so I knew it was going to be a battle like it always is, and fortunately for me, it went my way. He kicked my butt earlier this year somewhere. I don't remember. I just got him back.
You know, when it just gets tougher, we got Roger still in, Rick still in. I mean, everybody that's kind of surrounding you in points right now. With Taylor out, you can put a little distance, but and Adam Hickey, you got in there. Just keeps getting tougher.
Oh, I know, and they're all still in. We're all still going around. You just hope you can match them. And now we got to race Rogers, so it's in our. We can control it if we can beat him, but man, he is running good. So I don't know. It's gonna be a hard out.
So many laps in a dragster and some in a super mod car. I mean, what's the experience been like so far?
I can't believe how different they actually are. It's really fun to drive, but visibility, I mean, I've always heard tube chassis cars are hard to see out of, but until you're actually in one and driving it, it was completely different than I ever would imagine. So been a lot of fun though, and we're going around, so we'll just keep on hopefully keep on going here.
The index, rather, going to be 708 for Linder, and Adam Hickey on the right-hand side. Scott Linder on the left-hand side. Linder going to be in the 2004 Grand Am, the Division 5 champion back in 2022. Linder on the left, coming out of the number 2 qualifying spot. Hickey out of the number 6. Green lights per hold on to it. Scott Linder. Adam Hickey 30 on the tree. Stops clock 691, it's 160, shuts it off early. Has to get off the gas early, and Adam Hickey will advance in around 4 as Rick Brown and Ashton Hudson will be your next two. Rick Brown on the left-hand side, looking for Texas native in the 2010 S10 pickup truck. Ashton, the ER doctor from Dallas, Texas, the 2000 Ford Escort, the B truck automatic, in the H altered automatic, getting ready to go down here in round number 3. Green lights a pair, Ashton Hudson out of the groove, but able to reel it back in. Can he get the win light? 24 green and 56 under the index. Took 26th out at the stripe. Rick Brown 46 on the tree. Donald Thomas and Roger Brogdon now your next two. Thomas on the left-hand side from Amarillo, Texas, the B Econo Dragster. The engine builder from Amarillo, 738 will be his index. Roger Brogdon on the right-hand side. Brogdon, Rooftec on the side of his machine. Don Thomas and Roger Brogdon now get the signal to fire and back up. So Thomas on the left, the B Econo Dragster. Brogdon on the right, the B Altered Planetary machine. Big Don Thomas after that last round took a 700s hit for this round. So Thomas is in, Brogdon will be in as well. Red light start for Brogdon by 1/1000th of a second. 746 at 143 off the gas early. Donald Thomas 29 on the tree. The Econo altered for Dodd. 870 gonna be the index. I presume he'll make it about an 8th mile hit and then click it off early, as everybody else has done this session. 18,000 too quick out of the gate, shuts it off about 500 feet, and will coast his way across the finish line. 946, 102.
Why is this track so good to you?
I don't know. We've always seemed to have good fortune here. All the right brakes at the right times. No, it's a pretty fine line. We just basically do some little fine tuning here and there, trying to keep it, where we can get as much as we can out of it.
Yeah, that was a great race. Rick and I are pretty good friends. We actually test together. He lives near our house, and anytime I'm gonna run him, it's gonna be a good race, and I'm pretty sure he thinks the same as me. But he is very high up in the points, so I imagine for a lot of people in that top 5 chase, I'm pretty sure that they were excited to see my win light come on. Yeah, we try to push it as much as we can for each run, so we kind of plan on that. So we took 6 in that run, but we definitely have a little left that we'll get him with.
For Hudson, on the left, Hickey in the right. B Dragster automatic for Hickey, 737 his index. And for Hudson, the H altered automatic, 912 will be his. Away goes Hudson. Here comes Adam Hickey in hot pursuit. Win light says Adam Hickey, 46 green. Takes 700s at the stripe to be 54 under the index, 682.0169. In the final pair, here in the semifinal, the competition eliminator rolls into the water. As they complete the burnouts, Donald Thomas going to be on the left-hand side. Thomas, the B Econo Dragster. 738 going to be the index for Thomas. The engine builder out of Amarillo, Texas. And Christopher Dodd on the right. Dodd combined with Bourgeois and Shinnick to make a sponsorship racing team. Christopher from Double Oak, Texas, in the 2005 Chevy Cobalt, the C Econo Altered. 870 will be the index for him, and Adam Hickey will await the winner in Rooftec Competition Eliminator. Green lights a pair, 2,000. It's going to separate him in reaction time. Win light Don Thomas, 10 on the tree. 696 at 160.41 on the index. Dodd was 008. 858 for it, only 128 miles an hour.
Let's get you doing this. Yep, he's been running well this year. We're just going to go down there and play it on the other end.
What kind of adjustments you got to do?
Yeah, usually biggest things we do is tire pressure, weight, stuff like that, just to kind of keep it, with the bite and all on the track. As the track cools down, it changes how it hooks up. So we adjust it like that. Hopefully we get back up there before it gets too cool.
Yeah, we were off in 60 foot right there, so we know what it was. So we'll make a couple adjustments here and pick that back up, and it'll be a hell of a race is what it's going to be.
And then, do you have any history racing Adam?
Oh yeah, we've raced a few times. Not a lot, but a few times. So it's been good. I don't know what our record is, but he's good. So it's going to be a heck of a final. MDP.
26 on the tree. One above the index with a 3. Tanner Thorpe was 0.43. Took 27 thou and ends up 22 thou under. Congratulations to Tanner Thorpe on the runner-up. That's your super winner. Left-hand side, the engine builder from Amarillo, Texas, in the B Econo Dragster. 738 will be his index, and Adam Hickey gonna line up on the right. Hickey for SNH Automotive, one of the sponsors in the Rooftec Competition Eliminator Bonus Fund. Hickey, the 2007 Spitzer chassis machine. From Louisiana, the B Dragster Automatic. On the Toyota side of the racetrack, 733 going to be the index. A 500th handicap start will belong to Thomas before Adam Hickey's B Dragster Automatic will chase after him in hot pursuit. Win light Don Thomas, 14 on the tree. 679, 194, 58 under the index. Hickey 36 on the tree, 675, 195, 57 under the index, and comes up 35 thou short. Congratulations to Adam Hickey on the runner-up finish. But your Rooftec competition eliminator winner is going to be Don Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, the bye run was huge this morning because, I mean, it was fastest conditions of the weekend, and there's nobody out here. You want first round, and whoever you were going to run, you were going to have to use some. And then Chase Williams and I had a good race, and I owe him a big thanks. And then Roger going red, I just couldn't believe that. I was really surprised. And then Dodd, he had some trouble. So I was able to get around him, and then that race in the final was, I just don't know how it gets any better than that for comp. I mean, we were both good on the tree. It was, I can't do no better than that, and Adam can't either. And we've raced each other 3 or 4 times, and it's always the same way. So I can't believe we won. We needed it. It was huge for the big scheme of things, and we just got to keep going.
And then, you had to use some index in the final round, but I think
Yeah.
we're coming into 2 races where people are going to have to show their hands.
Yeah, I mean that's 21 points difference in runner-up and win, and it may come down to that. And 500s is going to hurt. That's going to leave a mark. It's going to start tomorrow, showing how much that's going to hurt. But sometimes you just got to go, and you're not going to win one of these races without using index. Maybe you don't have to take 5, but you're not going to win one without using index. I will guarantee you that.